A thank you to our channel members. More on this at the end of the video. Last time on Inquisitor. Oh, let's go! The Amulet of Avarice! Let's go! We finally got something! And there we have it, 88 Revenants completed. We now have 1451 Revenant Hobgoblin kills. Never lucky on the back-to-back task. Oh, what a big Revenant's task. That is awesome. There we have it, last kill of the task for nothing. I was able to complete that full 97 Revenants in 1 hour, which is really good. And the loot, 1547 now. Well, there's some more Revenants, 41. Not bad. Actually, that's really terrible, but, you know, we take those. Whoa, 113 hit points, wow. There we have it. Task completed. Milestone task completed. Yay! So I'm not going to explain this method as I only used it for one task to test it out and compare it. It is more kills an hour versus the flinch method, which is better, but this is definitely not my favorite Knights method. I will show this though because there was a funny report of scout bots being used at Knights. Really? Wow, so I've had the chance to see these scout bots on my own. So that method is a lot more stressful than I thought it would be. It requires me to pay a lot more attention to my surroundings, and as you can see, it's a full freaking looting bag plus extra loot in the inventory. Honestly, I personally prefer just killing the hobgoblins as fast as I do with this tent whip. Anyways, 242 Revenant Knights killed now. That was a 24 Revenant Knight kill trip, so while that is definitely better than flinching, I don't know. Maybe I'll finish this task off at Rev Knights. Maybe die along the way, we'll see. 270 total KC now. That's 28 KC of that inventory. That inventory felt a little bit better. I think I'm just gonna bring more bladed super restores so I can camp my ultimate strength and incredible reflexes. So it'll increase my DPS while I just essentially get to watch out for PKers. Task completed. 280 flat. We are just over halfway to rate. Remember, there's a 2 in 5 chance of rolling the Amulet of Avarice and a 1 in 5 chance of rolling any of the weapons. So there's a 3 in 5 chance we'll get something that we don't want now, while there's a 2 in 5 chance of receiving either the crossbow or the vigorous chain mace. 15 skips, and unfortunately, nothing. 1250 tasks completed, 630 points being received. Incredible. That's a solid 21 skips right there. There's the Revenants. It took a minute. As you can see, we've done a little bit of skipping this morning. So since I have points to skip with, I think I'm just gonna send this task at Hobgoblins, and then hopefully we'll follow up with another Revenants task, which I'll go and send at Knights. We have 1.6k charges left in the Tentacle Whip. Another one. I literally just logged from a PK or two, that's funny. That's number 4, which is sort of disgusting. Oh, fun fact, even on task, that's rarer than a weapon roll. That's sort of funny. I don't know, you could argue different table, yada yada yada. Doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Oh my god. No, that's the rarest one. This one becomes more rare as you skull. Oh no, that's terrible. That's so bad. So A, it's the cheapest emblem, and B, while you're skulled, it's actually the same rate as the medallion, the effigy, and the relic, which are all the more expensive totems. You know, the 4 mil, 8 mil, and 16 mil totems. So while skulled, this emblem goes from a 1 in 2,000 drop rate to almost a 1 in 7,000 drop rate. So yeah, that's a little unlucky. Well, this was a very sad task to say the least. However, I guess we're getting around 1.6 mil from it. Silver lining, silver lining. 1659 Hobgoblin KC. 1.5 mil. Safety! With an additional 1.5 million Galenar pieces added to the coffer. Here is the Revs log. Over 5,000 KC total now. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it off for now. 20 task skips, no back-to-back Revenants. Oh. That's the first time I've watched something despawn from my death piles. It's just sort of funny because usually I never see it. Woo! party! Let's go! It's honestly just the best in slot rewards. I'm not gonna lie, this emote bops. The new frickin' party emote? Holy, you go absolutely ham. There we go, finally. It's been a minute. You know, Hellhounds at Witch Haven? Sort of comparable to running and restoring your prayer at the Karen Castle for the Hellhounds in the Catacombs. I'd say probably just about the same length of run too. And that's not to mention, once you've opened the door, it actually stays open, which I never thought it did. I thought it closed and locked after you left. Maybe there was an update. 5 steps on the hard clue for the casket, and it's nothing. Oh. Whoops, I lost track of kills. 450 points. Yeah, Revenant, let's go. Oh my god. I see. So I'm eating a sandwich right now, and I gain 1,000,000 coins. Unless I get PK'd. There we go, task completed. Turns out this guy is super cool. And now we are done yet another Revs task. 1780 Hobbo Gobbos on the scoreboard with our second ancient totem, which I should actually probably go and hand in. Huh. Interesting how that works. Cha-ching! Why, yes, I finished my whole Revenant's task with the totem in my inventory, and yes, you bet we're safe. 107.7 mil. Money! And our Tentacle Whip has 157 attacks left. Maybe I'll get one more Revenant's task, send the last 157 charges at Hobgoblins, then go range the rest at Knights. Back-to-backs, no such luck, so we do some skipping. 2 skips and we get more Revenants. That's what you love to see. 1, 0. There goes the Tent Whip. I have to flinch this Hobgoblin to finish the kill. Oh, there he goes. Easy money for nothing. Well, we have 42 Revenants left on task and a Kraken Tentacle in hand. Huh. Well, we expected it. Now that we are done with the whole Tentacle Whip thing for now, that means we can alchemize the attack cape. To be fair, we didn't really even need to keep it before, but that's around 99k less that I have to spend if I need to go back for another Adamant Defender. And of course, because we are no longer meleeing in the wilderness, we do not need the Mithril Defender anymore. So we are a little bit more free on the bag space and inventory space. And the bag is looking very clean. We have 3 things we can get rid of right now if we need to. The Kraken Tentacle, the Amulet of Strength, and the Amulet of Power. We are saving the Ether as a precaution. As a little reminder, the budget Revenant setup as per usual. So we risk 300k plus our entrance fee, so it's 400k. For some Rev Knight kills, I think that's worth it. Hello everyone, welcome to the alt method for Revenant Knights. So, you have your main stood there, you tag the knight with your alternate account that you will be killing the knight with, you step and run over to here. When the knight gets to that point, you can move your main all the way over to this stalagmite right here. You step back to de-aggro. This is the de-aggro line. Wait for the knight to move to his little corner there. Step in, attack, wait for him to get to these rocks right there. And then he will walk back to here when he's ready. Actually, you can just attack him right here. He'll walk back to his little tile just like that. Now you can toss on your Eagle Eye or your Rigger, and you're AFKing. And also you can move the main back to the starting tile. And of course, during this whole method, you can literally just log out whenever you want, because you're not in combat. It's great. Now, you could argue that you should just use the other Revenant Knight safe spot, which I haven't shown, but it is fairly widely known at this point. The one at the other side, the more highly trafficked area of the cave. But I sort of like my out-of-the-way area here. I mean, the only hint that people get is where my main account is standing, and that's by the West Knight spawn, which is the one I'm luring. I see. Wow, what perfect timing. We can use it on the emblem trader here, and he only takes them on a target world. Not sure if I showed that before, but that's why I was on target worlds beforehand. Sort of important if you want your cash for the statues. Cha-ching, brother man, cha-ching. You bet we're safe. With this 2 million deposited, we have 110 mil. Rich. So upon doing some math, I found out that that was a 15 kill trip, which essentially matches the Tentacle Whip flinching I was doing beforehand, and this method is a lot more chill. But I know I can do better. And I don't just mean that on a gear upgrade level. If I wanted to send a couple hard caskets, odds are I'd probably get a magic shortbow, maybe some black d'hide chaps to risk. But this inventory, we are going to bring along our Amulet of Power for the extra accuracy. So that was a 16 kill trip, and I think that's pretty much the bare minimum, 15 to 16 kills a trip. I know I said I could do better, but I genuinely think I'm gonna need some gear upgrades before I can do any better. Whether it's bringing along the Trident and an Occult, or if it's upgrading the Maple Shortbow and the Green d'hide chaps to Black d'hide chaps and a Magic Shortbow, or Magic Shortbow Imbued. Another fun fact about the custom menu swapper, you can swap the Store All option to the top by inserting it into custom swaps, and now, instead of storing one brew at a time, and instead of having to close out and manually use this on the looting bag, you can just deposit, and just like all these single items, you can just chuck them all in with one click. Love to see it. Same with my ether. You're in the bag. There we have it. Last kill of the task. Boom, bippity bop. It is done. 322 Revenant Knights clocked out. Kraken. Oh, yeah! Let's go. I wanted Kraken. I got Kraken. Alright, 100 fishing explosives have been purchased. We are going for the Kraken 100 Tentacles task. And as a byproduct, we will receive both the Kraken Hurt Me and Tentacles. 100 times in a privately rented instance without leaving the room, we have our Sanguinesti staff with 6,179 charges. And now we go A, swap our spellbook, and B, buy extra fire runes for our Trident of the Seas. The bag is full up, and I would have been able to store everything, but I have these extra Rev Cave teleports I'm saving right now, so I feel like this is really good. And I feel at the end of the day, we may need that Sanguinesti staff. Worst comes to worst, we'll start attacking the tentacles, and I'll have to remember to log out and log back in once I get down to 100 KC remaining on task, as then you will be able to tell how long it took me. That leaves 100 Kraken left on task, and I will top off the Trident like that. That's actually perfect. So we now leave, go decant these Samphew serums, top off the Trident, and take advantage of this extra inventory slot. 24 Samphew serums added to the looting bag for a grand total of 403 doses once again. So what we're gonna do here is deposit that 900k I had on me and withdraw 3,000 GP to fill up the rest of the inventory with Karambwans and drop the remainder of the cash. So that gives us an additional inventory slot for food, which I really think we're gonna need. If this is about to go as badly as I think it's about to, I might be in that instance for a very long time. There we go, drop 700 or so coins, and we head her up. Actually, we grab the coins again, and then we do a little juggle trick to get our extra Karambwan across the sea. Ha ha, yeah. This is a good use of our time, that's for sure. Stop walking away! Karambwan recovered. Now we drop the coins and we take the Karambwan. Beautiful. Turns out I'm stupid and I forgot that a Kraken instance needs coins to be opened. That food plan was a waste of time. Alright, the moment of truth and most likely pain. Pay 25,000 coins to enter, and I did not log out before I went in. Oh well. Minus 16 minutes from the timer when we end. Fishing explosive. I want the most magic defenses possible, which means we remove the Inquisitor's Grey Helm and the spiked manacles. The food should last on the ground for 20 minutes, but I'm not sure if that's just food that is dropped from the boss. We are already suffering. To the Sang we go. Oh, heal already, let's go! Oh, we're gonna have to heal a lot, my friends. And that is the first kill. Good luck to us. Oh yeah, sharks! We're off to a good start. Yay, the heal! I can't tell you how on edge I am doing this. I take so much damage, but the Sang also heals, but it's sort of inconsistent. But as I say that, I heal a little bit. It's scary, man. Rapid heal goes hard. I decided to heavily rely on my Sanguinesti staff to heal me in order to attempt to get this combat achievement. The whole goal above all else was to preserve food as much as I could for situations where I felt I was in the most danger. I'm gonna eat a shark. It's been consumed. I need to test and see if I can heal while the fishing explosive is going through the air. Because worst comes to worst, maybe I can just heal off of that pool in the middle. Alright, it's time to test our game theory. Oh, I'm throwing away 2,000 coins per cast! Oh, it hurts. Any heals? Yes, okay, cool. So I can heal while attacking the freaking pool. That's good. I'll just keep attacking it with the saying, edible seaweed, yes! My saving grace. What I am doing is I use the fishing explosive on the pool to disturb the Kraken, then I shoot the Sanguinesti staff at it twice before the fishing explosive hits, and then when the fishing explosive hits, the third hit from my Sang hits and deals damage. So this gives me an additional opportunity to heal prior to starting this Kraken boss fight. And there is the first one. Kraken hurt me. Yeah, more sharks. So what I'm trying to do is keep my hit points at around 70 so that I can capitalize on the Sanguinesti heals of this pre-boss phase here. Just like that. 2 back-to-back, that's what you love to see. I may be healthy, but I'm still terrified. Safeuse, let's go! They stay on the ground for now. The Sanguinesti staff heals a solid 17 hit points, so once I hit 82 hit points, I swap to it and attempt to heal. Yep, there we go. That's all she wrote for rapid healing. Now it's up to normal healing in the Sanguinesti. The free blood rune recharge, plus 20 charges. Kraken deciding to spot me a free kill. 5 charges used to hit the Kraken there, and we'll heal up. So we're down to dire straits now. We have 5 panic sharks left. So after every kill, I'm just gonna focus on healing up to 70 to 80 health with the Sang on the whirlpool. There is Tentacles. Tentacles. Yeah. That's 50 out of 100. 50 to go. Big. Oh, huge. Whew. Okay. A jar of dirt. Another Kraken tentacle coming in for no reason at all. Because we have the only Kraken tentacle we'll ever need in the bag right now. And we already have 10 Kraken tentacles given to leave McCracken. So this task would not be possible, A, if I didn't have a Sanguinesti staff, and B, if there wasn't this possibility to attack the whirlpool and heal between the kills. I guarantee you I'd be out of food right now if I wasn't able to do this. Hey, Shrine of the Sea is full. That is perfect for using at the Revenant Knights. We have recovered from our mistake in the past, and we will certainly be making use of that. It's gonna be awesome. Oh my god. Huh? What? Why does this happen? I'm not gonna lie, it's been a minute since we've had a shark drop. Hey everybody, I would like to welcome you to the final kill of our Kraken task and of the 100 Tentacles combat achievement. And to think that we got everything on the Kraken's drop table except for the pet. In fact, we got 2 Kraken tentacles. That is crazy. So now we have to sift through all of the stuff that we've gotten and grab everything that we want. And we leave with our 42k profit, combat achievement task, and Samfu serums. Oh, and of course, Kraken drops. Goodbye! So, we used 1,654 Sanguinesti charges for those 100 kills, multiplied by 3 because there are 3 blood runes per charge, multiplied by 638 on average per blood rune. And that comes to a total of 3,165,756 coins used on 100 Kraken kills. That is not optimal. Fun fact, we did not make 4.6 mil on this task because a majority of these things are not actually high alchable. As you can see from our inventory, we went in with practically 0 GP, less than 1,000, and we made 730k from high alchs. So we end the Kraken session. That is the loot. We add the Samfu serums to the looting bag. 435 doses. And with all the death runes sold, you can see we made around 807k. We subtract that from the cost of the Sang. We have a loss of 2,358,000 coins, but that's fine because we have all of our profits from Revenants still to use. Hey, Revenants. perhaps it is time to put that trident to work. So I got the Cerdomin cape. What if I act as a Cerdominist, purging the Revenant filth of the wilderness? Maybe then RNG will kick in? There's the mage getup. It has been purchased. And here we have it, the magician setup with 2246 charges on the trident. Let's see how many charges we use in this hour. And the risk is as follows. Plus 100k for the Revenant entrance fee, which is just under 500,000. Actually, probably a little bit more, because runes cost stuff too, huh? I'm not gonna lie, this spot is really nice. Main reason being, I've seen 2 PKers in this hour, and one of them attacked my main, didn't even bother checking over here, and the second one didn't look far enough over here to see me before I logged out. Though I will admit, getting multiple splashes in a row like that feels very bad here. But this is better DPS than my budget setup. The first inventory, not bad at all. We get 21 kills, which is a little bit of a step up on the previous amount. Alright, 1600 charges or so left. So that's around 600 or so charges used per inventory. We can upkeep that. So we started that trip with around 1600 charges, and there's 950 or so left. So that's 650 charges or so used. So I may have forgotten my nature runes this inventory, but that's fine because the move now is to swap back to the normal spellbook and make use of the Blighted and Tangle Sacks, assuming someone manages to tag us. That will be our ultimate escape strategy. That's a big hit to finish off the task. Nothing. Of course, that is 383 Revenant Knights killed. And you can -1 because I forgot to skull one task and I just killed it on task. So I had 500 charges left after that task, and I genuinely think the call is to just charge up the trident, then send it on task, and only recharge it when I have to. Save myself some time between trips. The moment that we all wait for, never back to back, and we will do some skipping. 5. Right back into the building. 2151 charges should be enough to cover this whole task. I have made the executive decision to just use the imbued Zamorak cape for the extra accuracy. No max hits. Oh no, that's another super rare emblem. Well, you hate to see that, honestly. Oh, damn, man. If you recall, the 500k emblem is the exact same rarity as the 16 mil emblem and the other 2 that are super expensive. It's honestly just unlucky. 21 kill trip, which leads me to believe that we should go back to a normal cape. If I'm not going to be profiting extra kills per hour, it's not worth risking the time required to get this cape back. So we will buy maybe a Guthix cape this time around, see what happens. Oh yeah, I forgot to trade that in. Plus 500k. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a drop to the main. Wow, that was a great one, oh my god. So, 2 things I've discovered since starting to do this method. It's actually much better to splash when the knight is fleeing to go to this corner right here, because it actually aggroes him quicker than landing a hit. And secondly, this is such a low trafficked area. It is fantastic. Smart man. He ran past my main and went for Inquis. Thankfully, I got the logout just before the knight attacked me. Actually, I think it may have thrown a little spiky ball at me, but I don't think that actually well, clearly that doesn't register as a hit until it actually hits you, so that's really neat. There we have it. Another task completed at the Knights. Unlucky totem and 445. Remember, we have extra Hobgoblin KC as well. I decided I would fully charge up the trident. And this is using up our Chaos Runes too, which is really good. I sort of realized that we've just been holding on to this Chaos Rune stack because it's so large I can't be asked to sell it. And dropping it, well, that's out of the question. Back to back, no such luck. We resume our skipping of earlier. Alright, no such luck, 10 skips done. Ooh, that is a big task of Revenants. A great moment. We've passed 50,000 Revenant Ether. There it is, another task completed for the coins and some teleport sacks. One thing I have learned on this task, I will admit, is how annoying random events are during this process. Because since random events are spawns that are fresh in the world, they also count as solid entities, much like my main account. That is 528 Revenant Knight KC. We are most likely one task away from rate. Well, rate from Knight specifically. As I keep saying, we cannot forget about the extra Hobgoblin KC we have as well. Oh, and I recently did the calculations corresponding to how many Hobgoblins I killed off task. I think it's something like 97 Hobgoblins were killed off task skulled, and there were 4 Hobgoblins killed on task unskulled. Oops. So that is around 1700 KC skulled on task, which means 4 Hobgoblins alone, we're 100 or 200 away from what should be rate. There we have it, the last of the fire runes, and we are charging up not 1 but 2 Tridents of the Sea. Yep, that's just how that Revs task went. There is the milestone task completed, 270 points. Unfortunately, no occult from this task. And looking at my loot tracker, I'm actually overrate by quite a bit for more occults from normal smoke devils, so it's not a huge deal at the end of the day. Wow, nice. I like Revenants. They're pretty cool. Okay, I see. Well, I guess that's something. We can't really complain, but I'm gonna complain. Oh my god. Well, on the plus side, we now no longer need to reskull, and we get additional damage. Let's just toss that bad boy on. Damn. Well, Amulet of Avarice number 2. 32? Our max before was a 28? Okay. Well, the one plus side, the kills an hour should go up now. I'm just gonna drop the Amulet of Magic. Oh, and that was 555. Well, I guess 554 Revenant Knight KC skulled on task. 5432 total Revenant KC. Oh, that's a big hit. 33 is our new max hit. Hey, thanks for watching. I'd like to welcome back Mark at the first tier. Thank you. And of course, a big thank you to all of my channel members. If you wish to support the channel, then be sure to hit that join button below the video. The Combat Achievements Point rework. Don't worry, I know it passed, and we are excited as the combat-only clan. I will be discussing this in a future video. You know, when it's relevant to the series. We have to keep the chronological order. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.